Yo, 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 what it is. The press conference is over, or whatever the hell it is, it's over. We are in the building. We're 2 days away. Canelo Alvarez and Bud Crawford. Waiting for my man Jamel to get on, but after that, we're going to get into this press conference, what we thought, the outtakes, whatever the hell we thought about it. We're going to talk about this shit right now, right after this. Yo, 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 what's up? What's up? So I just watched the press conference um of the Canelo versus Bud Crawford fight. I'm gonna give you my take. It was different. It was very different, honestly. I'm not gonna sit here and I didn't think it was the craziest. I feel like a lot of people got to ask questions that I could care less ask questions, to be perfectly honest with you. But having said that, we are a couple days um, away from the fight. Shout out to my man LeVar Cooper. Appreciate your brother. I'm waiting for everybody to get in here. For my brother Jamel gets in here. You know what I mean? We are in the building. Going to talk about this press conference and other stuff that's going on in boxing. Everybody apparently is in Vegas, so that's a good thing. You know what I mean? I'm not there because, I personally, I didn't want to go to the fight. I like watching the fight in the crib. I would have went for just the pressures and stuff like that, but it doesn't seem like. And I actually watched a post earlier of how a lot of the independent bloggers and media are being treated out there. People are not very happy. So I don't know. I see a lot of fanfare. People just happy to be there. If I was gonna go, it was more so about business, so I didn't go. But I'm gonna enjoy it. My 100-inch TV in my man cave, as well as whatever in my house. I'm with some friends and family. Waiting on my guy Jamel to get on right now. Make sure y'all repost the link. Let's get it cracking in here. You know what I mean? Yeah, trying to get it going. I'm getting DMs from a lot of different people. You know what I mean? I will say this, man. Canelo looks very, very, very confident. He looks, it's crazy. I mean, the first thing I got out of the situation is Canelo looks very slim. He looks very, very closer to 160-ish, like the older Canelo. I mean, the younger Canelo, than anything, to be honest with you. For the Canelo Bud fight, I have not. I will give my official pick tonight. It hasn't really changed. I pretty much got Canelo winning by way of stoppage, probably around the 7th round or 8th, anywhere between the 7th to the 9th round. I expect Canelo to end the fight by KO. I feel like, this is my opinion, I feel like Canelo is going to showcase why he is arguably the greatest middleweight or greatest Mexican fighter of all time. I feel like, and there's a lot of things he said in that presser that made sense to me. One being that he will be able to display his full arsenal. When you're fighting these bigger guys, he said he didn't have to display his full arsenal. He had to do different things. And now, fighting somebody like Bud Crawford, he will be able to showcase his entire arsenal, which I look forward to seeing. I haven't seen that in a long time. And I think Canelo has definitely heard a lot of people's criticisms about him. And, I feel like Canelo is a very motivated Canelo. He looked very confident. He looked very hungry. He looked young. He looked enthusiastic. He looked everything that you want in your fighter. And Reynoso to come out and say he expects a knockout, I think is very telling of their training camp. And, I'm looking forward to it. I'm not going to lie. I'm literally looking forward to seeing my man Nello going crazy. Norris, you gave your official. Sheldon said you may get to hold Canelo's spit bucket in another match. Maybe one day. Maybe. I love Canelo. I said, no, I was just tripping. I don't think I'm tripping at all. Being honest with you. I think there are a lot of elements that people aren't taking into consideration in this fight. This is by far the most skilled and best individual that Terrence Crawford is fought. This is not the most skilled or difficult individual that Canelo's fought. Also, people tend to compare Bud for some strange reason to Floyd Mayweather, when in reality, Floyd didn't get hit a lot. Bud does get hit a lot. And that's something that he will have to deal with fighting a Canelo. And to get hit by Canelo is one thing, right? But that's not even my biggest concern when it comes to Bud Crawford. Again, I think it's the muscle gain going up to a weight like that so drastically. Now people say, oh, he walks around at that weight. Yeah, he walks around at that weight when he's out of shape. He's not in fucking shape walking around like that. Gaining that type of weight and probably being the one being pushed back in the fight is going to be something that we're going to be able to see once you start getting to the third or fourth round, how he deals with that, how he deals with less oxygen going to muscles at that weight, how being tired at 147 is a lot different than being tired at 168, and I think people have to take that. What's up, Jamal? Take that into account in that regard, and I think that's my biggest concern with the Bud situation. And I've talked to a lot of different athletes, and athletes, whether it's an NFL athlete, boxer, whatnot, they have to be at a certain weight, and a lot of the people I've spoken to is they can tell when they're just a few pounds off the difference, and this is a big jump for Bud, especially the fact that he will be fighting most likely going backwards, at least in the beginning of the fight. So that's my biggest concern outside of the actual power aspect of the fight. But just initially, just me seeing it, Canelo looks slimmer. He looked very slim. He looked very young Canelo-ish. Jamel, what did you take out of the initial pressure outside that it was really boring?
I mean, I go on what you say. He did look slim, but we don't. I don't know. I still don't know if is that him still cutting weight. You know what I'm saying? Because the weighing in is still tomorrow, so we got to see how he looks when he rehydrates at the same time as well.
I'm gonna be honest. I think, I'm just being honest. I think he's doing this purposely, because he's gonna bring out the whole tool belt. He's gonna have to use it against Bud. I feel like he's going to showcase to a lot of people that have doubted him how great of a boxer he is. And I think that's what he's prepared himself for. And I think on the other end of it, I feel like Bud has prepared himself getting bulkier for the size of Canelo. So I think it's definitely two contrasting strategies going into this fight. But I mean, listen, Canelo, he looks good. He came out in the tank top. He was chilling.
Oh, yeah, he looked good.
Looked good out there. Bomac looked in shape. I mean, he looked pretty good. So, I'm excited. But it's definitely a big fight. You know what I mean, for this weekend. The most impressive thing I saw was when they asked Canelo about the $100 million, and he laughed it off. He didn't say nothing, and Turkey had a seat down on the mic and said,
"But they had reported that early. I seen that early on social media. That's why I knew the number. It was 150, so it was out there. It was definitely put out there.
I don't even know, but I didn't hear it from Turkey. Turkey was like, it's way more than that.
They had posted. I think I forgot one of the media outlets had posted on Instagram. It was 150. Yeah. Supposedly Bud was taking like 10 million or whatever.
Get the fuck out of here. 10 million? Canelo's getting 80%.
I think between us, bro, a lot of fighters, because of tax reasons and all the other shit, like the sanctioning bodies, they're not going to disclose. I'm pretty sure he's not disclosing the full number for that purpose.
So if that's the case, and let's say he's only saying 10 million, is it possible Canelo's like, yeah, I'm making 150, but really making way more? Like, it's crazy.
I mean, maybe, like I said, sometimes they don't sometimes they don't disclose, like we don't disclose a lot of that shit, to be honest with you, bro. But because if you gotta look at it, the sanctioning bodies, they're taking 3% per title. Do you want to really disclose your full amount with the sanctioning bodies for them to take a larger cut than what's on paper? No.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, they're
Aircraft
gonna get
carrier says,
a good cut from both individuals, but to save the fighter money, you don't always disclose the full amount. I've learned that. I've learned that myself in my own title run. You don't disclose the full amount.
my man says, my man aircraft carrier says Jamal Norb's got Bud getting stopped. Yes, I told Jamal this right before we got on the phone. I
He
said,
did. He told me this. He said the same thing on the phone. 15
we
minutes
don't
ago.
get offended. Like, we love the sport. Like, he's gonna get mad at me. He's not.
I mean, I don't agree, but that's my man. That's my bros. That's my bros. That's his pick. I respect it. But I think
in Jamal's heart,
I think Bud takes it to a decision. I think Canelo, but I do agree that Canelo looks a lot slimmer. But for me, I don't know if that's because, again, Bud's moving up, so he had to put on the size. So you don't know if Canelo's coming down just for the weigh-in, but who knows what Canelo might weigh in the night of the fight. But I think, Bud is gonna go for like Bud said himself, he's not looking for his stoppage. He never looks for a stoppage.
I don't think he believes.
I think he's gonna cruise to a 12 round victory.
I don't think it's gonna be a cruise at all. I think he's going to, and I some strange reason I got a really good feeling. I got a bad feeling for Bud. I think Canelo is going to. I think he's going to show levels. I think, and it's not because Bud is not a great fighter, but I think a lot of times people have been taken away from the experience Canelo has being in this situation. He just looks comfortable.
Right.
He looks real comfy out there. You know what I mean? And it's a big step. It's a big step up for Bud. You know what I mean? And people were talking crazy. I hear a lot of people like, oh, but why would he? I'm like, yo, bro, like, and I think he's definitely getting more than 10 million. I think he's getting a serious payday for this fight. Right? Like, there's no way.
Bro, they're not going to disclose that number. Like,
oh yeah, definitely.
I know I know some of the people that was sitting with him that worked closely with Bud that also helped me. That also was working with me as well during my fight for Frampton, overseas in Dubai, and Shakur. And when I fought Shakur, the numbers they definitely are different than what they put on paper or for the public.
And to Bud's credit, he's a very smart businessman, so he understands.
He's not. Listen, he's trying to save as much money as he possibly can at the end of the day.
No, absolutely. Bud is I will say this: the one thing that I did catch from both sides was we when they asked Bomac. Bomac was talking crazy in the beginning, right? And then he kind of retracted it and they asked him what is Canelo's weaknesses, and he said he doesn't have any. Like he's like that, and I just feel like we're gonna win the fight. We're just a better fighter, but it kind of shows the mutual respect because even Canelo, when they asked him as a 50-50 fight, he said that's what I expect. I'm fighting a great fight. I'm not going in and think I'm just gonna bulldoze him. I'm putting out my greatest efforts. So I think there's a mutual respect between the two of them. It's clear as day, and that's dope to see. That's why there wasn't a lot of trash talk. I was taken back by something, but I will tell you this. And I'm gonna actually post up this video. I forgot about it. What the hell? Whoa, Christine actually texted us.
And what y'all think about the press conference? I said on Twitter, me personally, I thought it was dry. I would have preferred the old fashioned way of a press conference where the host asks majority of the tough and good questions. I felt a lot of the questions coming from the media, they weren't bad, but some of them were like,
I think Max
get to the next in line, man. It felt like it was just dragging out. Like I didn't feel that same intensity that you may have gotten even from a Canelo Mayweather fight, or one of those type of events, or something like that. Yeah, like LeVar, it was weak. It's not against the fighters. I love the fighters, but it just the atmosphere and how they were doing the press conference, it didn't feel strong at all, in my opinion.
Jamal, to your point, though, I think, to me, I don't think Dana should have been hosting it. I get the fact that Dana is the face of the situation, but I feel as if it should have been somebody that's used to doing that type of thing.
That's what I mean. I'm thinking like saying Max is going to ask.
That's what I'm saying.
Take care of the whole press conference, but when they started, that's in the first half of the press conference. When they started asking the undercard questions, I was like, okay, hopefully when we get to the main event, it's going to be a lot. They were going to change the atmosphere, but it was the same. It was the same thing. Yeah, they did a press conference like the UFC, but even in the UFC, I've seen better. I've seen better from their press conferences than what we've seen tonight.
Yeah. No, you're right. It wasn't. I mean, but also, again, you know,
When homeboy asked Bomac, "Where's Omaha?" and that irritated him. Where's Omaha at? The one when somebody asked him where's Omaha, and Bomac got pissed the fuck off and was like, "It's in Nebraska."
Yeah. I mean,
like asking dumbass questions, yo.
Honestly, bro, and I tell you this, that's the one part about. There was so many questions asked to Canelo. I feel like Bo was kind of just sitting there for a while, like, "Yeah, you can ask me something." It was kind of a little awkward, like, but he didn't have much to say. Like, he was just kind of like, you know. But you know what? Bud has always been that type of individual. He's not as competitive as he is, and I love when they asked him about his competitiveness, and he was like, you know, the only thing that Canelo's better than me at is horseback riding, but anything else, that's just who he is. He's never been really much into trash talk and none of that stuff.
You ain't missed nothing, Ashley. You ain't missed shit.
Ash, you didn't miss anything. You really didn't miss anything, to be honest.
It was crazy because yesterday I was talking to Norm on the phone, y'all, and I'm like, bro, I haven't heard nothing this week. Is there a press conference going on? I wish there wasn't a press conference the way it looked. I wish there wasn't, but whatever. Hopefully the weigh-in has more energy at the weigh-in.
No, I mean the things that I found interesting had nothing to do with the actual two fighters. It was other things that were being said or whatnot. But I actually wanted to bring this up real quick. This actually happened. I seen this. This is an interview with His Excellency, my uncle, Mr. Turkey Al-Asik. And I remember when Turkey first set up the fight. He was, there was a lot of back and forth for him. Canelo, he called Canelo a coward. All types of stuff, and he felt like this guy was going to win. But I feel like I watched his. Did you watch his latest interview where he actually talks about the fight?
No, I probably didn't see it.
I'm gonna put it on right now for you. Let me see if I can put it up. Yeah, hold on really quick. Here it is. So this is Turkey Al-Asik talking about the fight, and he kind of changed his tune. I want you to tell me what you think about this.
My government, my leaders, the Crown Prince, and the vision. And without the love of the fans, we will stop not complete. This is what push us. This kind of fight, special Canelo Crawford, I want to explain it to you exactly why it is important and the fight of the century. Canelo is the biggest name in boxing now, and Crawford undefeated and have the chance to be undisputed for the third time. Maybe this is the last fight for Crawford. And for Canelo, it's mean a lot for his fan in North America and South.
Let me stop right there. He said, which I found really interesting, it may be Bud's last fight. Which, to me, I mean, Bud is about to be 38 years old, right? He's definitely trying to cash out, but I didn't even hear Bud talking about it was his last fight. I found that really interesting that Turkey came out and made that statement that possibly this is the last time we see Bud Crawford. What's your take on that? Because I found that really interesting.
I don't know, bro. Like I thought about it too. Like, but if Bud wins, what does he do afterwards? He's not gonna stay at 168, and all the muscle. And from what we've seen, like let's just say Roy Jones at heavyweight. Trying to lose muscles or go back down in weight class isn't always the best thing as well either, and going down in weight either. That you know what I'm saying, losing all that muscle is what hurt Roy Jones when he fought Tarver. Going back down to 175. So you think Bud loses all that muscle to go back down to 154?
No, but I mean I get it. It's just the fact that he said that. I was really surprised because a lot of people feel like Bud's going to come back or whatever. But you're right, and we've seen what happened with Roy Jones when he went back down. How difficult it was, and the ironic thing, it was around the same age. I think he was 37 years old when he came back down, and he ended up losing, I think, to Antonio Tarver, if I'm not mistaken.
And he didn't have the best showing in the first fight against Tarver, and then the second fight, that's when he got knocked out with him.
Yeah. So and it's around the same age, but I did find it. Maybe he is looking for
and I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure you gotta be, and let's be honest. It's for everybody in the chat. Let's be real. you don't think these fighters also have these discussions with, you know what I'm saying, the promoters and the heavy hitters like Turkey in terms of what they want to do next? So if it's Turkey is saying this and then the third, obviously they had a conversation somewhere where that that fell into the conversation. Like, you know, I don't know what I'm gonna do after the Canelo fight. This might be it depends how I feel. This might be my last. So of course, you know, Turkey not just saying it to be saying it. You know what I mean? So there's probably some truth. There's probably some truth to that.
No, I'm with you. I think you know,
but I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't like again if Bud beats Canelo, why not cap off your legacy with that and, you know, take a seat back and just enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Now, when he gets knocked out like I predicted, do you still think he comes back?
For what? To what?
Do you think this is it? This could be the last dance?
I think this could be it.
If this is it, he definitely got way more than $10 million. I'm sorry. I mean,
that's why I say don't go off on that, bro. Like, he's not. It's definitely. Like I said, I'm not. I know the individuals that was sitting next to him and Bomac. I know how they roll. There's money out there.
No,
not saying that 10 million is not a lot of money, but for a mega fight this big, like, be for real, y'all.
Another thing in the press conference outside of this interview, because we're going to continue listening to that. That was interesting. In the presser, they asked him about Benavidez, and you know, Canelo usually dismisses it very like, "Yo, I don't want to talk about him. He's a scumbag. He's not worth it," right? But for the first time, and this is what leads me to believe, because remember in this interview, he says this may be Bud's last fight. He doesn't say it about Canelo, right? And he also has a 4-fight deal with Canelo. Canelo in the presser, when asked about Benavidez, says, and remember, he's always knocked Benavidez. He said, "I'm not going to say never." That is the first time, Jamel, that he's even acknowledged the possibility of even accepting a matchup, which I believe he's looking at it like, you paid me X amount of money to knock out Bud this weekend. How much do you think he's going to get paid to fight Benavidez? For the first time,
if he's getting 150 million right now for this, he's going to ask for. Say he beats Bud, and you know what I'm saying, that's maybe not the next, but something in line in the road. You know, Canelo's going to ask for something around the maybe 200 million mark.
Yeah, but I think it is very interesting
that number he was looking for to begin with. That number he was looking for to begin when he was throwing that shit out there. Yeah. I need 200.
But for the first time, he didn't shit on Benavidez. He actually sat down.
Like I think right now Canelo's in the state. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Honestly, it doesn't matter if Canelo even wins or loses. Be my opinion. He loses, his legacy is still in. You know, he's still gonna be one of the greats, especially for Mexico. And that's big. That's big alone, just in Mexico. But I'm just saying though, right now he's just making his money. He's just making his money. He's just making his money right now.
But it is absolutely crazy the amount of money he's seeing, and back to back. It is like that. But I did find it interesting, and you could tell that the Turkey Al-Asik it has definitely got to him. Like, look,
listen. You see, one of the reporters asked him a question saying that, you know, you've been around every board with every major promoter. You know, how does that feel to basically usher in the next, you know, Mexican stars coming up in terms of business? The man, he's doing a hell of a job for his business. So I'm not mad at it. But like I said, I think if he fights David Benavidez, it's gonna be around the 200 million. The number he was asking for to begin with, everybody thought he was crazy.
But I think the key thing is him not being so dismissive of Benavidez for the first time. So I think there has been some type of conversation between both camps that there might be a possibility of this fight actually happen. Now, do I believe it happens because remember, originally it was a 3-fight deal. Then
it's not going to happen next. It's going, like I said, again, you might want to take if he wins, he might want to take a, you know, maybe a homecoming just to, you know what I'm saying, whatever, for his people again. And then, you know, then go for the next big the big matchup.
Absolutely. And this is the crazy thing about Canelo, right? Canelo, most fighters kind of went out and, you know, they at the end, they fought whoever it was. Canelo possibly can go out. Let's say he finishes this. He says he knocks out or he beats Crawford. He rematches Bivol and beats Bivol, and then goes out and fights Benavidez and beats Benavidez. If he were to complete those three objectives, which is major, where would that place him in your eyes in the history of boxing?
Well, Canelo?
If he's able to avenge his loss to Bivol, if he beats Bud and then he goes and beats Benavidez.
Or if he does all that, you got to put him on the great. Simple as that. That's not
He's already
hard.
one of the greats.
That's
Where would
not
you
a
put him
hard
at?
question. I'm just saying that you got to put him way up there. It's not a hard question to ask. Like I think his legacy is cemented even right now. Like,
but those three victories, Jamel, at the end of his,
but that puts it even higher. His legacy is already cemented. The man's going to the Hall of Fame. The man's going to go down as one of the greatest Mexican boxers of all time. Probably number 2 next to Chavez, because you know how dearly Mexico holds. But you know how dearly Mexico holds Chavez. Mexico holds Chavez very dearly to this day. So that's why I said the number 2 spot is not a bad spot. You know what I'm saying? In Mexico alone. So like, I mean, like, it's not a.
I have him as people are questioning Mount. I have him as my Mount Rushmore. I have him as the greatest. I have him as the greatest Latino fighter.
And I can respect that too, but if he beats Bud, avenges the Bivol, and then beats Benavidez, there's nothing else to prove after that.
Is he the greatest middleweight of all time if he does that?
The greatest, the greatest super middleweight of all time?
Yeah.
I don't know in terms of, but I think he's going to be bigger than whatever weight class and whatever weight class he's in now anyway. Doesn't matter about the weight class.
I just clearly a man. He says I don't know boxing because I put him over Chavez Sr.
I told you. I told you how them Chavez fans hold Chavez, bro. I just said they don't play about Chavez.
I get it. I mean, does he not have the better resume than Chavez Sr.? I mean, this is the first Mexican fighting at this high of a weight.
You got to think about the time, the era, and what Chavez Sr. was doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with you. I think Chavez would be the second best of all time.
He not the GOAT until he get a summer higher. Chavez has summer higher. Like,
somebody said not Roy Jones. I think you would have to place right now.
That's what I'm saying. I can't really argue about if he the best super middleweight, but I'm just saying I think he bigger than whatever weight class. You know what I'm saying? He did that.
Who would you put in front of him at 168? Ever?
I don't know. Like I said, I can see a Roy Jones. Maybe not in front of him, but you can even argue, ask somebody in the UK. You probably have a Joe Calzaghe in that conversation somewhere. That's what I'm saying. Like you know what I mean?
I have him as the last of the most. No, you got to put him in front of Andre.
Then you got to put the Andre Ward. Either Andre Ward.
Canelo.
I'm just saying though. You got to Dre did his thing at 68. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Yeah. People even say Carl Froch. Like, come on, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. You can ask, like, that's what I mean. But like in terms of like all time, he'll be up there. But now the weight class accomplishments, that's a different argument that you really got to go and dissect all the great champions at 168. You know what I mean? But again, he'll be up there. He'll be up there on the Mount Rushmores of boxing, for sure.
Is he the greatest?
Same goes for Bud. Bud goes undisputed in 3 divisions of the four belt era, and he beats a guy like Canelo. He's going to be on a Mount Rushmore too.
Is he the greatest businessman in boxing history?
Right now, it's looking like it. The man, like I said, got businesses that's thriving in Mexico alone. That you and I were speaking about on the side as well the other day.
80% of all amenities inside of a venue that's fitting 70,000 people is absolutely insane. I mean, Canelo. I mean, it's a lot of elements to this fight that are great. But let's continue to listen to what he was saying in this. I really enjoyed this interview with Turkey.
South America and all the world, he doesn't want to get beating from guy getting up 2 or 3 weight. For that, this kind of fight, if you say it from 1 year, a lot of people will not believe it. It happened. Okay, I want to tell you honestly, I have a close relationship with Crawford, but in the last 6 months, 7 months, I get very close to Canelo. And actually, sometimes all the times I split my opinion and my position. My position in the middle, and the first time ever, my opinion in the middle now. I just want good fight, at least 6-7 round, make the people happy. Netflix worldwide with the big machine, Netflix have.
Let's stop it right there. He says, in the beginning, Crawford was this guy.
Bro, I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna say this, bro. I'm like, bro, I'm listening to it. I respect Turkey. Turkey is not your typical promoter that hides their true feelings. Like he can't hide it. Like he just said it. Beginning, I'm close to both, but in the beginning, I was definitely on the side of Terrence, which we seen. Remember, y'all remember the first press conference, and he was like, "I don't know why I'm on this side. I would like to be on that side with Terrence sitting there." Now he just said, "I have very close conversations with Bud," meaning that they spoke about a lot in terms of moving forward, which I was alluding to earlier. Like if he's saying all this stuff now, there's some truth that this could be Bud's last fight, or he might just take a break, even though he's at 38 years old now. But
there's no breaks.
But again, this could be it for Bud. You know what I'm saying? With a victory, and he sails off into the win. And now, again, going back to what we were saying, though, now you got Turkey saying that now he's split in between. Like, bro, he doesn't hide his feelings of what he never did in terms of like how he feels about which fighter is going to win or lose. You see how he was. You see how he did with the Edgar Berlanga fight. Yeah. he damn sure he didn't hide his feelings at all with that fight. So you already knew what time it was.
Yeah, no, but it's very telling that he's now 50-50 something. He's switching.
That's cool.
It's interesting to see him in this light.
Aircraft carrier said it the best, bro. He's a fan with money. He's a fan. Yeah. He's not talking like a promoter. He's not giving you the the hard answers, or the riddles out there. He's keeping it a buck.
No, I'm with you. I'm sorry about that. I'm enjoying what he's saying, but let's keep.
And with the talent and the legend similar to you and your team behind the scene and the front, the camera. The most important, we get boxing great again. Stadium, 70,000, all the people crazy about it. And let's show Netflix the real boxing.
Definitely. I'm interested. I mean, Netflix looks like they definitely invested in the situation, and Turkey definitely wants to continue to clearly, when you start a business, you lose money in the beginning. He's trying to get some of it back. And again, you see it, the writing's on the wall. He's definitely planning on working with Canelo a few more times. It does seem like this may be it for Bud Crawford. This may be his send-off. And it's kind of weird because I've seen him talking about get the win a couple of days ago, and then we move forward. But it almost seems as if this might be the curtain call for Bud Crawford after this fight. So I mean, I feel like there was a lot of interesting things that were said in that, and I get it. And you know what, bro? After 38, it's very hard to continue to fight at as high of a level that Terrence Crawford has fought throughout the years.
Who's he gonna fight? Who's he gonna go? We'll go back to 154 and try to redo, get all the belts again. I know you said that before, but again, that might take a couple of years. That's considering all the belts are spread out. The belts are spread out. Then you're gonna have the guys. You're gonna have those guys that's gonna be reluctant to want to fight you. It's gonna be hard negotiations, so you can't bribe. You know what I mean? So it's different when EJ had all three of the belts and. All right, boom. Let's go fight this one man. But all the titles of 154 are pretty much spread out. You think he's going to stick around for another 2-3 years of boxing to try to unify that division one by one?
Yeah. But Clarissa says, only person I want to see Bud fight is Boots. Meet me at 160.
That ain't happening. That's not happening. It's hard. I love Boots, but it's hard to even get him to fight the guys. Well, right now, to get him in the ring with the guys that we want to see him at 154, let alone make a stop at 160. Not saying that Boots is scared of anybody for this before, but it's taking a quite a long time just to get him with the guys we want to see him fight. at 154. So why would he
Another
go
thing too is
160? He's not the equate. Nah.
I don't think Bud even stays at 168. I don't think he continues to fight at 168. I think he kind of retires. I mean, 168 is a lot of weight to put on for Bud Crawford. I don't see him wanting to unify
We
168.
want to see how his body looks on fight night. That's going to tell you right there.
Why
For
not
both,
unify?
for both of them. Like I said, you feel like Canelo's slim. I think Canelo's slim right now because he's cutting weight. He's the band. He's the main reason he has to come down a bit because so Canelo's he hasn't been he was never the biggest 160 super middleweight fighter, but still he's the bigger man coming down to make weight. So who knows when time for him to rehydrate and eat how big he'll look, how much weight he'll put in on the weight. But again, he looks good. He does look good though. I like how he looks, man. He doesn't look drained though. More important, he doesn't look drained. He
looks very natural. Like he looks
good. He doesn't look drained.
No, it looks insane. He said Roy Jones moved. Yeah, he definitely did. Roy Jones, but it was also his age. And the ironic thing is, Bud Crawford is that age. He's that age to where we've seen Roy Roy took a nosedive once it hit that age, bro. Like, it was over for him. You know what I mean? So it is very interesting. What else did you take from the presser? What else was asked?
I mean, not much, bro. Like I said, the fighters, they look good. Nobody looked drained and nothing like that. They look good. Like I said, I'm going back and forth even now on Twitter with some people prefer the UFC's way of press conference, which is cool. But I just thought the media could have did better in terms of the questions they asked. And my man, if anything, Sean Zittle, he stole the show, trying to put Dana White on the spot. But I see a lot of people talking about that more than the actual press conference right now.
Yeah. He was talking about the Ali Act and lawsuits that are being brought upon Dana White. I mean, I get
Sean, they're taking your credential with, bro. I'll be surprised they let you in the building on fight night. I'll be surprised they let you in the building on the weigh-in, bro. But hey, but to each his own, bro.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think he's gonna make the fight tomorrow. To be honest,
I don't think they're gonna let Sean in at the weigh-in, bro.
Jamel, no. Should fans put stock into weigh-ins?
I mean, you can because like I said, you could tell even for us as the fighters, we could tell a lot about the opponent by the weigh-in. You know what I'm saying, and how hard the cut was, but it shouldn't be that much because you see fighters are rehydrating a lot better. To even if you look at the UFC, Conor McGregor used to look like a baby. He's looked terrible at the weigh-ins, but by the time he rehydrated, he was a monster.
Bro, look at even Devin Haney or Garcia. They look.
That's what I'm saying. So I mean, you can, but if it's a fighter who you normally see like that, even Booth's last fight, Booth looked way sunken in and everything, but he still went out there and dominated and stopped his man. So you can, but it all depends on who the fighter is and how well they normally perform after certain weigh-ins. So that certain in the past.
I will say this in regards to what you can notice about weigh-ins. You could just kind of see the fighter, just the way they carry themselves. Like with Canelo, he's been there, done that. Like this is nothing.
I ain't gonna lie. Around the time, man, I'm like, for me, I used to be irritated, man. I get very irritable. Like I didn't want to be like, especially when people asking dumbass questions. I used to get ticked off. So that's what you could take from fighters.
Absolutely.
By the way they act, you be like, yo, he's not feeling it.
Canelo showed up in a tank top, dude. He showed up in a black tank top and black shades, and he was chilling, joking, laughing. Like he looked very comfortable. Like he looked like he's been there. You know what I mean? He answered everything, like body wise. He like you said, he didn't look drained. He looked like he was gonna make weight very easily. On Bud's side, Bud looked bigger. I don't even think he looked that much bigger, but he also had on a sweater, which I found ironic. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, okay, why does he have this big ass sweater on? But whatever. So, outside of that, I feel like both fighters just kind of showed their respect. They never really wanted to talk trash to each other from the beginning. People, even when that shove happened, I feel like that was something that they were told to do. You know what I mean?
They've been cool. They've been cool. Jamel, your max weight as a pro seemed, I mean, in terms of weighing, at 140, I went to the Olympics at 140. I mean, in terms of fight night, when I fought Frampton, I was probably about 145, 147-ish, 147-ish.
Yeah, but that's pretty much what I got from
I
the.
walk around like 148, between 148 and 146 now. Like that's even like the highest I've ever seen in terms of my weight after a fight was probably 155. Where usually I walk around like 150 and below. That's why it was never hard for me to lose weight to get down to, super featherweight, limit and things of that nature. Like I said, I started out as a pro at 135.
Yeah. Well, to answer Clarissa and whatever, again, I agree. I think it was definitely scripted, but these guys always had a respect for, even when they spoke about each other. Bud said he really rocks with Canelo. Canelo really respected him. Like it was never really an animosity. It's kind of weird, this fight. It's more so, it's like greatness respected greatness in a sense. You know what I mean? And it's just like, yo, nothing else got to be said. We're gonna make it happen in the ring, which I think could lead to a really good fight because they understand that they both need to be fully focused and not get into the rhetoric or antics that could kind of mentally take you out of a fight. So, I mean, from the onset of this fight, I knew the pressures were going to be boring. You know what I mean? Like Canelo, you got to piss him off. You know what I mean? And he doesn't like to talk trash. Bud, I never really seen Bud talk trash like that. Well, it's Bud, knowing Bud, I know he's very competitive, but is he a trash talker? I never really seen him talk trash like that. I mean, he shook Errol Spence's hand at the weigh-in. Even at this fight, you seen they did the face-off, they turned, they shook hands, hugged each other. I was like, oh, I mean,
that's it.
Yeah. He said Bud
was gonna be laid back. He was laid back during the Spence conference the whole time. He's gonna be laid back to. He doesn't care about the booze. That actually hypes him up. Canelo, he's laid back as well. He was just chilling. Yeah. Canelo was hyping him up more between Dana and Sean arguing.
No, he said Canelo came in there looking like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
He did.
It's hilarious, bro.
Came in with the white beat on and everything, yo.
Dog, I was thinking the same thing when I was watching. I said, bro, he's giving me. I thought he was gonna do a split between the chairs. To be honest with you. But even the trainers didn't even talk shit. They asked Bomac, and he said, "Oh, you don't have no weaknesses. He's a great fighter." And I'm like, damn, even Bomac is on some like, like it is what it is. What do you make anything about the rumors about the injuries to the shoulder of Terrence?
I don't see anything that indicates it. But again, I like me personally, me being close to Kip, me personally being close to Kip, I haven't heard nothing about it.
Where did that even come from?
That's fans say a lot of these guys on social media who just make up shit and be like, "Oh, I got close source." What source from within the camp like that? Especially with his camp, I know his camp's always keeps everything tight. Is going to just put out whatever's going on to whoever for you to put out there, and then you like it be guys who really never have close sources at all. No. But they want to put out a tweet saying, "Oh, you heard it first here." And this shit never happens.
You think it was who made the original tweet? I even see people saying it's going to get postponed. I'm like, it's not going to get postponed. What are you talking about? But I mean, that wasn't. I'm trying to think.
Nothing, man. A lot of us as fighters, a lot of us don't go into a fucking fight 100% anyway. It's probably going to be something always nicking and nagging at us any fucking way. But I don't know what Sean did. What did Sean do? He basically questioned Dana White about them trying to change the Ali Act and lawsuits. And Dana was like, "Listen. If you want to ask me these questions, schedule a damn interview instead of our heads." Dana basically was like, "You basically out here trying to get clout. We're not going to do that. If you don't have a question for the fighters, schedule an interview and I'll answer whatever you want." And that's what happened, man.
What do you Do you think the weigh-in is going to be more energy? Do you think? Because I know that's going to be. You don't think so? Not even the weigh-in. No. Look, my aircraft carrier.
Was Spence, Crawford, any craziness of the weigh-in? They dapped it up too, shook hands. We made it happen, and whatever we waited to fight night. Canelo's not a rah shit starter, and Bud's not going to start no shit unless somebody. You know what I'm saying? Provokes him. So you're not going to.
I'll tell you this: those Mexicans love Canelo, man. They were in there fucking deep. You know what I mean?
Mexico.
I got video of you too with the Canelo stuff on.
Yeah,
Showing this video like Jake Paul.
I have my Canelo headband during the Billy Joe Sanders. I was there in the crowd in Dallas. That was a crazy night. The UK, they came out, it was fighting in the crowd and everything, but I had my Canelo headband on. Viva Mexico. Canelo won. I went home happy. I was cool.
Nah, Canelo looked, I'm telling you, when I seen his body, I was like, oh shit.
Well, say it again.
When I seen his body, the way he was, not like that.
What the fuck you gonna do?
He looked good, dog. Like I was like, he looked like Jean-Claude Van Damme. I'm not gonna lie, he looked good, man. He didn't look too bulky. He looked very, very relaxed. He came in the tank top, was chilling. Like, he's going to the beach. Like, I'm out of here. You know what I mean? I pause, Clarissa. Come on, Clarissa, you're a female. How you gonna tell me?
Yeah, I'm just saying. So when I seen
that body, damn, that body, damn, I fucked that one up. But the weigh-in, there might be some fireworks. I don't know. I think Dan is gonna be like,
I don't think so. You might listen. You might see fireworks between Vargas Jr. and you know.
Yeah.
You're not gonna see it from the main event, but you might see it from the younger kids that's fighting on the card. It's their moment. You might see it from one of them, but I don't think you're gonna see it from the main event, bro. You might see it for the cold. You might see it from the cold main event, but you're not gonna see it from the main event.
I'm looking forward to the fight, man. And you know what's crazy? Just to talk about Bud, and I think Bud is one of the best things in the sport. I know people know I'm going for Canelo. I believe Canelo is going to win, but I love how Bud represents in a culture where a lot of these kids that follow the culture think it's all about jewelry. And like Bud's there, regular jacket. I love the way Bud carries himself, bro. When he did the Shay interview, he comes out and says, yo, bro, why would I buy a $500,000 car when I have a truck that takes me to the same place? I love how he doesn't allow money to dictate or to, he doesn't sell money. And I love that about Bud. And I feel like a lot of these kids can learn a lot from Bud, especially with a lot of these guys blowing their money on stupid shit. And I just like the way he carries himself. So Bud has definitely made me a fan of him over the last few months, especially the way he carries himself. He said, Bud got to take this serious. Canelo look like a prime tiger. He did. Look at that. That's not a pause. He called him a prime tiger. Come on. We're not going to pause aircraft carrier.
Nah, we're not going to do it the way you're not going to.
Yeah, I did say I like it.
Don't have the same, prime tiger don't have the same energy as.
Yo, come on, Joe.
I like this, I like this pecs. And
I like, yeah, I didn't say I like this fucking pecs. He looked good. He looked good. He looked good out there, bro. Yo, Canelo. Yeah, man, that did sound super, super.
It's cool, though. It's cool. I just had to get because you're from Brooklyn. You should know better. You know how we are.
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. I'm not gonna lie. If I would have said that for the Canelo, he would have looked at me like, dude, what's wrong with you? Fuck, damn it. Damn it, Canelo. I love this guy, Canelo. I might get me a sombrero.
Nah, like I said, I'm hyped. Like when people said I'm hyped for the fight, man. Like I said, I don't like. But that's the thing about it. We don't need no theatrics. We don't need no shoving contest at the weigh-in. We don't need I just want to see the fight. Two of the best.
The pictorial.
You
violated with the pictorial.
Marissa's going in, man. She's going in. She worse than me right now.
No, that was crazy. Yeah, I apologize to all the fans. I did not mean to sound like I was in love with Canelo. That did sound really fucking bad. He's just
very excited to see that Canelo looked like he's taking this fight a lot serious. I think, in my opinion, if what Norm said earlier, Canelo's looking a lot smaller for this, I'm thinking he's going to go for speed. You know what I'm saying? To keep up or match Bud in terms of speed. Because Bud does have good hand speed. Now, I don't know how much, again, we don't know what's going to take effect with the body and the muscle that Bud had put on and going into this fight. But again, Bud doesn't have good hand speed when he's fighting at his best. And now, like I said, again, he showed that when he fought my man Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? The hand speed was crazy. Now I think that's what really bothered Errol in that fight. And I'm pretty sure, Canelo being the smart fighter as he is taking a page out of that fight, probably looking like, okay, I need to keep up and match, fire with fire.
And I think that's what's going to surprise Bud as well. Is I think he's going to learn that Canelo's a little bit faster than what he thinks too, especially on the defensive side of the ball. He's very. I believe he's a better defensive fighter than Bud Crawford, and the stats show that as well. And I think you're right. He wants to be faster in this fight. Let me find out you're a Canelo stan. I love Canelo. I'm a big Canelo fan. You know, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Yeah, that is what it is. I'd say the aftermath is gonna be crazy. It's definitely gonna be crazy. Canelo averages more punches per round than Bud. Throwing wise, I don't know what he's saying. I know Canelo. I don't know what he's talking about. I'm trying to think anything else in regards to that particular fight. Let me see. Hold on. What other stuff came out of the presser? What else? What else came out of the presser?
I mean, you did bring up also. We didn't forget about that. You did bring up on the conversation that they finally made the Shakur Tiafimo. We got the Lamont Roach and Pitbull Cruz.
Yeah, I really hate that goddamn fight. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Which one?
I'm gonna put it up. I hate this fucking fight. So yes, we're gonna. So Ring Magazine had announced. I'm gonna pull it up for you guys right now. Let me put it up. Let me just press it. They did announce that Lamont Roach will be back in the ring. There's been some other announcements this week outside of Canelo. I'm gonna put it for you guys right now. But yeah, the fight has been officially announced. Pitbull Cruz versus Lamont Roach. I had to take a sigh. What's your take on this? The release of this fight?
I see it's at 140, so that could be. You know what I'm saying, that could be difficult. But they said Lamont took a picture and he's at 160 right now on the scales and shit. So I don't know, bro. I think they'll just some people feel that Lamont is going to can outbox him, but again, Lamont is not a long rangey, boxer like that. You know what I mean? He likes to be in the pocket. He likes to be in the pocket at times. And Pitbull Cruz, he likes to be in the pocket too, but he has a lot of activity. That's what he wants you at. When he gets in your chest, what's he do? He starts ripping off big shots.
He's a very good inside fighter. I think that's what also gave Gervonta problems when they fought. That he'd love to be in the inside.
What y'all think about? Am I wrong again? Like Pitbull, like I'm not saying Lamont doesn't have a chance. I'm not saying that at all. But at the same time, style wise, Lamont, he might counter here and there, but like Pitbull, he likes when you're sitting in one spot and he can rip off and he's gonna, like, when he finally caught up to Rollies and he kept, Rollies in the pocket, Rollies couldn't keep him off him. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's how Pitbull is just like that. Like you seen my man who took his belt, Venezuela. He had the box. He had to stick and move.
Yeah. When you fight that fight inside and you allow him to get inside, Pitbull is extremely dangerous. Yeah. And you're right, Lamont.
You got a box. You got a box, Pitbull. And I don't see Lamont having, especially like I said, he only had one fight at 135, and I think they said this fight here is at 140. So Lamont basically, do some work on it in camp or fighting on the back foot. You know what I mean? But I don't see that as Lamont's thing in fighting on the back foot.
No, I think you're right. And again, this guy's a puncher fighter who likes to get inside, and he could pose a lot of problems for Lamont if Lamont does decide to stay in there, and that's where Pitbull excels. You're right. And we've seen, he's a better boxer than Rolly, but this is where he excels. So it is a dangerous fight. I'm not.
Rolly is probably the bigger puncher.
Yeah,
and couldn't keep that little motherfucker off.
He beat the brakes off of Rolly, dog. It was crazy.
The motherfucker was there.
Yeah, he said, "Somebody said
Lamont Roach, man, because this is a fight that he really didn't have. He don't even need. He don't need this fight, but shout out to Lamont Roach for taking this fight, though.
Yeah, it's definitely not the payday that he wanted, but that's what it is. Lamont claims to fame is getting schooled by Jamal and getting a draw with an unmotivated Tank. Come on, why are we downplaying Lamont Roach?
That's not a downplay, but
no, not downplay. No, I wasn't talking about you prick.
No. Like I said, man, fighters get better, man. That's what I'm saying. I don't knock Lamont, man. We had a good fight. It is what it is. He lost, but he's gotten better. Became a world champion. Looked good against Tank. But again, a lot of it's coming off, but going off what Aircraft is just saying, a lot of it is going off from the Tank performance. You know what I mean? You see it now. People people come at him on social media about that fight. People actually looking forward to this fight with Pitbull, thinking that Pitbull's gonna get him out of there. We'll never hit him. We'll never hear from Lamont again, type thing. So.
Oh, yeah, if he loses to Pitbull, he's never going to get that Gervonta fight. I'm just telling you right now, it's not going to happen.
Or the Shakur fight. But again, Shakur's looks like going fighting Teofimo. So,
speaking of Shakur, Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson has officially been made, apparently, according to Ring Magazine.
Yeah, they're supposed to be meeting later on this week. Well, I guess they met, since this is the end of the week because the fight week's about to end. So they're both there. Teofimo's there. Shakur's there. Obviously, I'm pretty sure, Turkey Alex Sheik, he loves to draw fighters in a good meeting behind the scenes. So I'm pretty sure that they did have a sit down and probably going to get an announcement.
The aircraft carrier is high. He said the man got a draw with Tank, and now Norb's acting like Lamont's the best thing since sliced bread. Jamel, please detract that. You know how I feel. He's tripping. You are high with that comment. I am definitely hyped for this.
So did Rose not win? I think Clarissa. I think this Shakur is just tied up right now with Teofimo. And let's be real, Lamont waited a long time. I think he's going to get the rematch in the summertime. Now we're going into basically, was it December? We'll be fighting Pitbull. Yeah. December. So yeah, so we're going to wait, and then Teofimo and Shakur is supposed to be fighting in early 2026. Why is he going to sit down and wait?
Yeah, it's a bigger fight.
Yeah, Sean did get straight to business, bro.
Yeah, Sean,
they're not giving Sean a credential. I guarantee.
I don't even know who Sean
is. He's not getting a credential this for tomorrow or the fight night. They revoking. You know how y'all know how Dana White is petty, and Dana White does not like getting put on the spot. And he got put on the spot.
He didn't like it. He was like, "Oh, you can ask for an interview. I'll give you that." Right.
He just trying to be a smart ass. Y'all know how Dana is. He don't like being put on the spot, man.
So what do you think about this?
He had some 3 questions that Dana wasn't trying to answer, yo.
Lawsuits and then 2 possible options. Jesus Christ. But on to this Teofimo fight. Teofimo versus Shakur Stevenson. I love the fight. I have it as a 50-50 fight. T.O. is like that. This is definitely most people would say this would be Shakur's biggest challenge. What do you think right now? You don't think it's his biggest challenge right now?
No, I was laughing at Clarissa just said Sean better cut his hair.
What do you think about
Sean rocking that old school 1990s movie Dennis the Menace haircut? But it's all good. But nah. No, I think it's a 50-50, man. 50-50, man. I like them both, man. Got respect for both of my guys, man. I think it's good. Like I said, I know people was kind of mad with my guy Dan Cambia or whatever, because he said that he actually preferred the Tank and Jake fight over the Teofimo and Shakur fight. It's crazy.
Who said that?
My man Dan Canabio.
I don't know who that is. He's
you know who he is. Y'all know who he is.
He's insane. What? That Teo Shakur fight is a legacy fight, in my opinion.
It's what boxing needs, period, man. I can't even say a legacy fight. I mean, it's good for the legacy, but you know why I can't say it? Because when you grew up, when fighters back in the 80s and 90s, this was the norm. The best were fighting the hard fights. But so the fact that we got to put that we finally get a good fight now and it's considered like the legacy tells you what boxing is at. When back in the day, the best guys in the division were normally fighting each other anyway. But the fact that we got to be like, oh, yes, thank God we finally got – that's crazy.
Oh, yeah, that's a great point.
That tells you what boxing is at right now. But when you had – when Leonard and Hearns, when they fought, they were still in their early 20s.
Well, where is this fight? It's happening at 140?
Yeah, 140. Shakur's moving up the fight for Teofimo's WBO title.
I'm not gonna lie, I love this fight, man. Teo is super athletic. A lot of things he possesses he's very awkward. Can come out of different places and really box. This is Shakur's biggest challenge, man. I know they've sparred before, but this is the big fight, man. This may be the best fight that's been set up in that division, period, in the last couple of years. I mean, it's insane. It's a really great fight. I don't know how people aren't so excited for this fight, but I am super geeked for this fight. I really cannot even give you a winner at this point. I do know that T.O.'s athleticism gives a lot of people problems.
I'm with Teach. I ain't agree with that statement. If anything, I think it was best that Shakur didn't say anything at all about that remark. But
what did he say?
Not saying at 140, so we already know that. But now he basically said that he'll beat Teofimo, he'll drop the belt, and let Keyshawn get the belt afterwards.
Keyshawn got the belt away at 135?
At 40. Once Shakur beats Teofimo, he said that he was going to drop the title, move back down to 135, and let Keyshawn move up to take the title.
Let me ask you a question. Why the fuck would you go back? The only reason Shakur would go to 135 is because he really still believes that he can get Tank.
Who knows?
Why not stay at 140 and go fight these other guys that are up there around that weight? Why would you go down to 130? Tank is not going to fight you, bro. Give it up. Shakur is not going to fight you, bro. Why would you go back? I mean, seriously, he said he's going back down to 135. What the fuck is he smoking? Why? Jamal, you know the man. Please tell me why. Do you think there's a
I'll hit him up afterwards. I was talking to him the other day. I hit him up afterwards. I don't know, bro.
Nah, I think I have him as my top 10 half-pound fighter.
I don't know.
I just feel like he's wasting his time. Tank is gonna his next 3 fights. Tank is gonna be Jake Paul.
But I hear your point. I mean, it's not really for him to.
No, there isn't.
You know what I'm saying? But who knows? He might change his mind. Who knows?
I think if he beats T.O., you got to go and
you got Gary Russell. You got Gary Russell there. You got
Gary Russell. You got Matias. You got guys that you can fight and showcase and have big fights and even possibly go to 147. Why would you stay at 135 and chase a fight that's never going to happen? It's just a waste, bro. It's like you keep chasing that bad bitch. She don't want you. Move on. There's other bad bitches out there, bro. See, that wasn't a pause. You could have given me credit for that one. This man said Gary Russell. Aircraft laughed at you, bro.
I'm saying, bro. I mean, what's wrong with Gary Russell?
Yeah, you got Gary. You got Richardson Hitchens. You know.
No.
You're talking about Antoine. Gary Antoine.
Russell. Yeah, I'm talking about Gary Antoine, the one who got the good WBA title. Gary. I mean, you got, like you said, you got Matias. He has a title. You know what I mean?
Still got big fights.
Richardson Hitchens has a title.
I mean, how about Rolly at 147? Like, that's not out of reach. I mean, Brian Norman.
I said, not Mr. Gary Russell, not the one who just came back. He's at 135.
He said Tank's waiting for Shakur to move up and wait, and then
I'm hyped for this. I'm hyped. You know, it's crazy, good fella. I'm hyped for it, but like me and Norm said, I'm ready for it to come and go.
Yeah, I'm tired of all the antics.
The people. They fatigue the fuck out this, but I think it's gonna be a good show. Undercard maybe not be the greatest, but you just seen what Chucky Alex Sheep just said that Canelo's making over 100 M's. So you know most of the money went for the card went to. But again, I'm hyped for the fight. But again, I'll be happy when it's done and over, so we can move on and speak about the next big event.
No, absolutely. I mean, and there's a lot of good fights coming up too. You got Haney versus Brian Norman. You have what's his name? Benavidez fighting Yardy. You got Bam coming back. I know I'm missing some other fights. There's a lot of good fights coming up, man. So I'm definitely geeked for that. Riyadh season card is crazy. You said the undercard is trash. I mean, listen, when you're paying Canelo damn near like a couple $100 million, you know, ending your way fights on Sunday, you know, it's hard to continue to stack the card, to be honest with you. So you can't blame him. I mean, you got a super main event. Be happy you got that fight. We don't get these fights that often of this magnitude. What was the biggest fight? What was the last big fight like this that you could think of, Jamal? That was of this magnitude.
Probably Mayweather Pacquiao. That was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, and then I mean you had McGregor, which
not counting that one. I'm not counting that one.
I'm just saying that's the same.
I'm not counting.
Doesn't want
it was big in terms of promotion and everything. Yes, but in terms of fights that I wanted to see, even though we got Pacquiao, people say late, but you know what I mean. Again,
Bud versus Spence was okay. It wasn't as big of this a magnitude. No, but I mean, if he fights Benavidez, but I think Benavidez he's gotta be successful though too at 175. Like, I mean, If Benavidez goes out and beats Bivol, and then all of a sudden, I think
I
that'll
don't think
make
anybody fucking gonna be Bivol. Leave that motherfucker alone.
Bivol's a bad motherfucker.
Leave him alone. I'm
His
with you though. From with you though, L. I don't think no one's gonna accept the loss too good this weekend. Period.
Wilder versus Fury. What? Yeah, Wilder versus Fury.
Yeah.
That was big. I mean, yeah. Bud versus Spence was flooded in that arena. Yeah, but nowhere near what we're about to see this weekend, bro. This is a football stadium, dog. Like, you're talking about Canelo fights are huge. Like, he is the biggest fighter in the sport. He's the face of the game. Sean went in on Dana. Yeah, he did. He won't be. I like Dana White. That's my guy. So, whatever. What else we got? We got the press conference. To what time is it? You know what's crazy?
Yeah, why I keep bringing up Sean? Yo, Sean is not getting into the fight this weekend. Yo, I need to hit Sean up, like, bro.
Yo, hold on. There was a press conference today of it was supposed to be today of I think it was Gervonta and yes, I am a Republican. It was Gervonta and Jake Paul. I think there was supposed to be a press conference today. Did you guys hear about that? I'm gonna double check, but if I'm not mistaken,
Nobody cared.
Nobody cares about Gervonta.
No, I don't think so much of a tank. I think nobody. I mean, they had too many. Listen, you already heard about all the stipulations.
What are the stipulations?
Like I said, there's no winner. There's no winner or loser with this fight. So, it's pretty much a sparring session. Jamel,
you know what's crazy?
Do you get flashbacks from your times in the forces, like can't sleep sometimes? Man, hell yeah! Like I'm on fucking Z-Quill like a motherfucker at times, yo. But shit, my brother L Free, he in the comments, he'll tell you too. Like,
you want to hear something crazy?
We have our moments still.
They took down the press conference that was supposed to go down today. It was supposed to be one today and one tomorrow, Jake Paul and whatever, in Atlanta.
Why would you do that today anyway? Like, you know everybody's going to watch this. Why would you, like?
I don't know. They were going to have I don't even care for that press conference. But they did say that Atlanta might not even sanction the fight. So,
no, salute to y'all for all the respect, all the respect and just all the love y'all giving over throughout the years. So that's it for me. You know what I mean? That's all I need. Jamel don't sleep and wake up. I'll be trying. Like I do wake up early as shit. I don't finish the whole. I just finished the bottle of the rest of the Z-Quill last night, so I'll be assed out today.
Hold on. Here's your boy.
Biggest game you've promoted alongside Mayweather McGregor. The top 5 gates in combat sports history come in boxing, and they come in the last 10 years. So my question to you is, why then do you want to make sweeping changes to the Muhammad Ali Reform Act that is meant to protect fighters, to bring about a business?
Yo, look at Dana's face.
Why ain't put the video up?
I gotta fucking download it, dude.
So yeah. Much love and respect to you, Clarissa. I know that shit be boring as hell for civilians to be out there doing those contracting jobs and that nature out there in the desert.
Oh, she's in the military?
Like I said, my bro L, he was in Afghanistan. I went to Iraq twice. I've been reading my books on Afghanistan. Apparently, Afghanistan was worse. The mountains and shit. So yeah, I just had to deal with the heat.
How was Iraq when you were out there?
Hot as fuck, 120 degrees, and you got full sleeve gear on with a vest on, with your you know what I'm saying, with your armor plates on the front and the back, and your backpack and your rifle and whatever. I mean, I seen an RPG fire over my head back in 2005 out in Fallujah, but that shit, I thought I was seeing shit, and I heard the explosion go off in the back, and I was like, okay, these motherfuckers are shooting. These motherfuckers are real out here. They serious.
You was in the shit.
Yeah, that's what they called it too. The shit. That's okay.
That's what else are you gonna call that thing? That's fucking insane.
All right, this shit real. This shit ain't the movie. This shit ain't like motherfucking Saving Private Ryan. Okay.
It wasn't like that. It wasn't like a.
It's different. It was different.
It wasn't like Tropic Thunder. Nothing.
No, it was not. We said Tropic Thunder.
Fucking love that movie, dude. What are you talking about?
I was there. I was in Iraq in 2005 and 2007. I was like, all right. And I started having kids. I'm like, all right, we gotta do something different.
They said, did you guys discuss NUA and MJ September 14th? No, I did not, honestly. What do you think about that? NUA fighting. That's
crazy. That fight
on Sunday.
That fight is definitely not getting a lot of I mean, I'm looking forward to it, but it definitely has been slept on. It's definitely been getting sleep. You know what I'm saying? Been slept on this week.
I mean, that's how big Canelo is, though, too. Like, let's really think about it. You know, like that's how big Canelo really is. Like,
I think MJ too robotic, man. He's big, he's strong, but I think he's gonna be there to be lined up for in a way to clip him.
Yeah, you know, doesn't he have a handshake deal with Nakatani?
I think he has one fight. I think in a way already has a fight plan scheduled for the end of December in Iridia season.
I thought it was Nakatani. No?
I don't know. I think they're saving that. I don't think it's Nakatani next.
Hold on, so look at this.
Dragging that out.
This is the video I'm going to play for you guys right now. Hold on.
A couple questions for Dana. Dana, this fight, as you said earlier in the week, is set to be the third highest gate in combat sports history. The second biggest gate you've promoted alongside Mayweather McGregor. The top 5 gates in combat sports history come in boxing, and they come in the last 10 years. So my question to you is, why then do you want to make sweeping changes to the Muhammad Ali Reform Act that is meant to protect fighters to bring about a business model that currently has your company already paid out $375 million in antitrust lawsuits and has 2 potential pending class action lawsuits on the way as well?
God damn.
Well, this is obviously a long discussion. If you want to talk to me about that, set up an interview. This isn't about me and my business. It's about these 2 guys on Saturday night.
My follow-up, Dana. Earlier this week, the California State Athletic Commission had a hearing about TKO trying to bring those changes to the Ali Act, and it was postponed 3 months.
Listen, I get it. You want to showboat right now. Set up an interview with me if this is really what you want to talk about.
It's America, baby.
If you have
First
questions
Amendment.
for these 2, ask them and you can set up an interview with me.
Dana, my follow-up is, if TKO can't make those changes to the Ali Act, will you still invest in the sport of boxing? Will you compete in the market?
Listen, if you want to be an asshole, let's do it in private and we can do an interview.
Yes or
if
no?
you want to showboat, I get it. If you have questions for these 2 that are fighting on Saturday, that's a different story.
Fight.
This isn't a discussion to have at a press conference for these 2 that are going to fight on Saturday, 2 legends. If you want to set up an interview with me and ask me these questions, let's do it one-on-one, and you can ask me anything you want.
All right. Well, Terrence and Saul, have a good fight.
Yeah, you have a question for these 2?
He said
No.
Terrence and Saul have a great
Beat
fight.
it. Go ahead. Who's next?
Wait,
Bro, he had no questions for them. Like, yo, what? I mean, shit.
Shout out to my man Sean. That's my man Sean. But Sean, they definitely not letting you in that building, brother.
You won't be at any TKO fights anytime soon.
He won't be going. They're gonna revoke his anytime he even try to get a credential. Oh, Sean
Fuck his
Zitto,
credentials.
revoke.
If you got tickets to the fight tomorrow, he's gonna pull up.
Turkey was like,
Turkey's like, I don't understand question. Go fuck yourself. Yeah, he's not getting in the building tomorrow. He might as well give his tickets up. He might as well give them up. Like, I mean, what do you think about what he asked? Anyways, by the way,
I mean, it's legitimate. It's legitimate questions. They're just bad timing, I guess. It was legitimate questions though that a lot of us.
he knew what reaction he was gonna get. Come on.
I mean, yeah, he know like we all know how Dana White. Dana does not like being put on the spot ever. So you know what I mean. You know. He that's why he said what he said at the end. You want to be an asshole about it. Yeah, y'all know how Dana be moving. He ain't feeling that shit.
Sean, people saying Sean did his job. Can I get my point? Dana was right. It had nothing to do with the situation. You were being an asshole. I mean, I don't know Sean, but he was being an asshole. Like, it had nothing to do with the fight. And you went there to go viral, and he did. He did a good job of that. I mean, I'm not taking sides, but what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong, and he definitely, he definitely went in there for that. That was probably the most memorable moment of the press.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Other than that, the press conference was like, let's get to Saturday.
Yeah, I want to see how they do the.
You're right, Clarissa. Asking a real, it's a real question. I just think that the timing was just not for the real question.
No, I mean, Sean knew what he was doing.
I ain't mad at Sean. Like I said, I ain't mad at Sean because it's still going viral right now. I ain't mad at Sean, but yeah, Sean knew what he was doing. Sean, Sean waited patiently in line to ask that question.
He knew when I asked this question.
He knew what was going to happen. Yeah, when I get to that microphone,
he gonna lose his motherfucking shit.
For real. Boy.
He said Kevin Jackson said Canelo looks too small for some reason. I don't know about that.
He's cutting weight. I'm trying to tell y'all, he's cutting weight. Y'all let the man cut weight.
He looks good. Okay. He looks. That's what Jamal said. He looks good. Pause. Right. But it's the
I'm loving this.
I didn't say that. You said that. I did not say that. Stop. I said. I did not say it like that, bro. What the fuck?
He look good. Like I never seen him so slim in a long time.
Oh my god!
Hey, he did this motion, y'all.
Oh, get the fuck out of here, bro! He said I went like this. Nah.
He said it came when he said somebody said about the white side. I ain't want to point it out, but he did come with the white dude. I was thinking John Claude Van Damme too. Like, god dang.
Oh man, son, that's crazy. Yo, why you violating
You're
me
from
like
Brooklyn. Yeah, you can. You're from. You should know better. You should know better. You knew that was coming. You see how he. Oh my god.
Yeah, you violated, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. That's super violation, bro. I'm gonna put up a number here because your man over here is roasting me, saying that I think this guy was sexy or whatnot. I didn't say that.
I ain't say that. I'm just saying.
Yo, you like this body? He looked good. What am I gonna tell you? Whatever. Hold on. 470-239-5601. That's the caller number if you want to talk to me at Jamal. Ask a question. I'm definitely with it. Bro, I was going to compliment you the other day. So my man Jamal looks good. He's got the abs going now. He looks ready to fight. I'm not going to do that now.
No,
I'm not going to compliment you. I'm not. I refuse to compliment you now. I'm not going to do it, bro. You fucking violated me on live stream. Like
man, I ain't putting it out there though. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. He looks like he's in great shape, y'all. He's in great shape. Canelo's in great shape.
He looks good. He looks good.
That's what I'm saying. They both came to fight.
Jesus Christ! I just posted the call.
Y'all got questions? Y'all can contact the number below.
Oh my god.
Well, yeah.
That was, you know what's crazy? I always put my phone out to answer phone calls I don't know. What an idiot I am. Anyways, what else? I'm trying to think what else happened. I swear these last like 2 weeks, there hasn't been much to talk about in boxing.
There's only one fight everybody focuses on, but you know.
What do you think about the comments Tim Bradley made?
Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. I haven't been listening to my man Tim. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't been listening to nothing that Tim has been put. I've been just keeping my own judgment. I haven't been listening to because I love Tim, but we all know Tim is all for Bud. So I've been seeing what people been saying, but I haven't been listening to anything that Tim had to say. I'm being real. I'm all for Bud though. I'm all for Bud. I'm keeping my own opinion, but I'm not going over what Tim is saying. The Stephen Fulton fight didn't take place yet. Ain't that that's coming up on the 25th of October on the Thurman Fundora card.
Oh, I forgot about that fight.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So you look, that's why I've been keeping my. I see people feel like Tim is just. Tim is saying that Canelo's gonna get knocked out.
Who said that? Tim's a fucking idiot. Tim also said that Bud has.
I'm with Kevin. I like Fulton in the fight because sometimes I don't know, like my man is not, you know what I'm saying, he's not bad, but just that sometimes he has his hot and cold moments. You know what I mean? You know, and I know Fulton's gonna try to come and make a statement. You
can't listen to Tim. Tim said that Bud has the advantage because he's from the hood. At that moment, I said this guy is a fucking idiot. Like he's just doing shit for views.
I think Tim be baiting. I think Tim should be baiting at times, man. Like I said, I'm going 100% Bud this weekend. Saturday night, Bud. It's impossible. But I'm just saying, Tim. I think Tim be getting into this whole social media thing. He just be baiting because he be saying shit from the car and putting shit out there. he be driving, recording himself saying crazy shit and putting it out there. Yeah.
He really said that. Tim really said that,
bro. Tim. Tim crazy. Like I said, he baiting y'all, man. I don't know why I let people just get to y'all.
Oh, he gets to me. Tim fucking gets. Paulie said the craziest shit. He said that this fight is reminiscent to John Ruiz and Roy Jones, when Roy Jones went up. Roy Jones being Bud Crawford and Ruiz being Canelo.
I've seen that too.
Did you see what he said? He said, and Ruiz had more skill set than Canelo. At that point, I was like, Paulie is definitely, he's definitely in fucking sane, like, for saying that. Like, I was like, come on, Paulie. I fuck with
man. That's what it is, man.
You think that Ruiz
I
is...
said this what it is. I ain't said nothing but agreeing. I'm just saying, when people are entitled to their own opinion, we will see in 2 days.
He says Frank Martin. No, Frank Martin's supposed to be getting back in the ring, though.
Nah, Frank Martin, yeah, I think he's trying to fight. Shit, I seen Frank Martin just in the video training. Last week he was back in the gym.
Yeah.
We got Lamont the Pitbull. We were speaking about that. I don't know. Like I said, I want to root for my man Lamont, but I know it's going to be difficult because I know Pitbull's going to be trying to. Lamont is not a boxer that boxes up the back foot like that. He's a good boxer, but he's not a. He doesn't box off his back foot.
Yeah. Nah, I don't know, man.
And Pitbull Cruz is going to be in that man's chest. That's where he wants to be at, and he's going to stop. He's going to try to put those hard body shots to basically take away your legs. You get hit to the body one too many times, it takes a lot out of your legs. That's where he wants you at, and he's gonna try to go for the fucking the killer shot.
Who y'all got, Vargas or Smith?
Oh, that's a good one. Shout out to my man Vargas, man. He just hit me the other day, man. I want to see my man Vargas win. This is his first real step up. But I think he's prepared well for it. Shout out to him and his brothers. But Callum, says Smith is good. Smith is real good.
We gotta get him on the show. I love the Vargas brothers, man. They're pretty fucking dope.
Sean will be all right. Sean, he'll be all right. He'll be all right. Clarissa, he'll be all right. Clarissa's
been hating on me the whole show, like literally. I don't know what I ever did to Clarissa, but she has been shooting at me ever since that comment I made about Canelo's body. You know what I mean? But,
you still making them comments?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Is it possible?
You still commenting on that shit, dog. You still commenting, bro.
No, I mean, I'm just saying what I got critiqued for, Jamal. This is your fault. You clowned me, bro.
Nah, you came in emphasizing it. Man, I'm just excited. You see how he look? He like he's Bobby. yeah. So the man's cutting weight, but nah, he look light. He look light as a feather.
I find you physically repulsive.
Oh, I can't believe you said that, bro. Like, oh man.
I said, the man's cutting weight. He's going to look. He's going but I'm telling you, bro. He's coming.
Why are you doing me so dirty? Wow, bro. I didn't even say it like that.
Y'all had to hear the conversation on the phone, yo. The conversation was funny, yo, bro. Y'all gotta get on these conversations on the phone, man. Like,
oh my God, bro. She said that Canelo flagged the show.
Bro, we go. I said, yeah, bro, just set it up. We going on because man, I'm telling you, man, he look, man, just slim as I've ever seen him look, man. His body.
Why are you gay?
I forgot I had that one. Oh my God, that's what happened.
Who says I'm gay?
Why are you gay? That's oh my God.
Why are you gay?
Oh my God, that was bad, dog. I got to keep that one on deck for the pause comments.
So that man got a cut. That man got to listen. Thank you, L. That man got to cut weight. He got to cut weight today. He got to cut weight probably to what's tomorrow? Wayne? Okay, he probably gotta go back, cut some weight. The weigh is tomorrow. We'll see how he look by tomorrow morning. Then you can see it with no shirt on. You see how he flexing on that scale, I guess, whatever. But fight night, he's gonna rehydrate. He's gonna probably look a lot bigger than he was today. I'm telling you, bro.
Wow,
Clarissa's roasting. He's not staying that small.
Clarissa said, imagine Norris with a question for Canelo at the presser. What would you think my question would be, Clarissa? I got to hear.
On the mic. Canelo.
Yo, why are you trying to play me though, bro?
Canelo, I see you look well prepared for the fight. And by the way, you look great today. Can you tell us what was your routine regimen?
Yo, son, why are you trying to?
No, you look incredible. You look incredible. But man, that body.
Oh my God, bro. I gotta.
You try to throw me to me. I was gonna say something about you. No, you ain't gotta say nothing about me. I'm good. We good over here, y'all.
Oh my, yo, Clarissa said, "Can you turn around, Canelo?" Yo, Clarissa, I am blocking you, dog.
What
Like
they say?
that is crazy. That is.
And they made a John Claude Van Damme reference to this. Then they say fucking John Claude Van Damme got butt cheek power and shit. Whatever they said in the Boondocks.
What?
He said, "Yeah, I didn't want to say it. What like John Claude Van?" I said, "Man, it's my John Claude Van Damme too, man." And like the references is crazy, bro. Out there cracking walnuts.
Somebody's gonna clip when I said the gayest thing ever, bro. Somebody's definitely gonna clip that. I'm expecting to see this all over.
You uploading this shit too. That's the crazy thing about it. You got this shit. You got to upload this whole video, boy.
Oh, it's already uploaded. I can't do nothing about it. What am I gonna do?
Oh,
yeah. Yo,
he's losing weight, Norm. He looks good though. No, he's in shape. We'll see tomorrow. He's not gonna look so happy when he has to cut down those few extra pounds. He's not gonna be happy.
Yo, she said I would have outshined him at the presser. I don't know what I would ask him now. If I ever got the opportunity, I would not know what to ask him. Now I would like to know what. Oh, wow! I got his marriage licenses. Wow, your man L tried to violate me right now, bro.
Why are you?
That is crazy. Mel, your man look like this.
There you go. It's over. Just log off. You know, listen, they're calling you Gru now.
Yeah, well, I'm a lot better looking than Gru.
Yeah, where is your son? I would like to see him see this. He would look at you like, you know what, Dad?
Dad, you gay. What's wrong with you, bro?
You know what?
No, man. I'm like, we've been on for an hour and a half. They've been roasting me too much. I'm definitely gonna go on tomorrow after the weigh-ins. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Now we definitely gotta go back on after Saturday night too, man. Saturday night because it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be some people. It's gonna be some upset motherfuckers Saturday night. It's gonna be a lot of upset motherfuckers Saturday night.
It ain't gonna be me. I'm gonna be happy as hell. I'm not gonna lie. Damn it, man. You know what? I'm gonna get way more gay jokes tomorrow because they're gonna be in their underwear doing the thing. I'm telling you, I already know what's gonna happen. Kevin Jackson, appreciate you. Mel, you ain't shit. Just let you know for the
love y'all too, man. Shout out to everybody out there in the chat.
Yeah, man. Damn, it's just starting to go up.
L's coming on Saturday.
I ain't fucking with L, bro. L, you have been invited for this comment right here, and I'm gonna place on here. Nah, L, you ain't good. You ain't good over here. Y'all gotta stay up. I am not waking up.
Shout out to all my vets out there too, man. Thank y'all for tuning in.
My guys, we out of here, man.
I'm out.